everybody. On today's episode of Madge Unmuted, we're going to talk about weird kinks and fetishes. There, I said it. We're just going to get it right out. And if I should start doing that on OnlyFans to supplement my income. With these
Just rip it
tariffs, you
out.
know? Exactly.
Oh, there's a
Boy,
fetish.
If you thought guac cost extra before, avocados from Mexico. Anyway, on today's episode of Madge Unmuted. Come on in, the water's fine. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Madge Unmuted. With me, Madge, your hostess. I feel like I'm spitting all over the place. Your hostess, Madge Madigan. Your hostess, Twinkie. And with me, as always, is the lovely and talented Fitz, my producer. Hi.
Hello,
Hi,
Madge.
Fitz.
Lovely to see you, eh? All right.
Thank you. And also, as with us, as always, is His Highness Christopher.
His Highness.
Oh, no. I was trying to think
Saint
of
Christopher.
Introduction. Saint
Right.
Christopher.
Yes.
The patron
And his
saint
And also
of
with
cold
you.
plenum.
And the
And
cold
his
blood.
plenum. Yes. You still never said what the fuck a plenum is.
It's in a furnace.
It's in a furnace.
It's in a furnace.
Oh, I don't get. Okay, you had to be there. This is like before
Yeah.
we came on the air. So, I've got some really fucking weird shit to talk about today. Are you ready? And
Shocking.
it's not
wait.
plenums.
Can't
We're
wait.
we're talking about fetishes,
Ooh, fat eye.
fetishes. I don't know if
And two
you remember. I think it was our second season, so that would have been 2021. We had there was an episode called, put the thumbnail here, which makes more money, wedgies or feet?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And believe it or not, that was it is my all-time most viewed episode with 15,000
views. Oh my
and
gosh.
still going strong.
All those freaks looking for that wedgie. Or
That
to
was
feet.
it. So where it came from was the episode I did before that. I talked about how an NBA player gave me a wedgie, and look that one up. It was about a chance encounter I had, and he kind of touched my butt. It was an accident, maybe, I don't know, whatever. But I talked about. But I said,
Accidentally.
I know you have to look up that episode. And so it was. I talked about a wedgie, just like an innocent wedgie. Well, that brought out all the wedgie people. There is a whole fetish thing with wedgies that we
Yep.
found out, didn't we, guys?
I had no idea that wedgie
Yeah.
was a thing. I knew the feet thing was a thing.
There.
Yeah.
If you can think it, then there's a fetish for
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Absolutely. And I still have a couple of the guys who followed me initially from that and educated me a little bit on wedgies, the wedgie fetish. I mean, not like, graphically or anything, but they're just like, yeah, it's a thing and we liked it. And we like it. And they still follow me. And every once in a while, they're like, hey, you want to bring me on? I'll talk about wedgies. And I'm like, sorry, but no, I mean, I'm not that, Thank you for watching. I don't know, that was just
Thanks, but
weird.
no thanks.
I don't really want to talk about it like that in depth, but we may. I don't know. So I want a lot of comments today on this because there's shit that I don't understand in the fetish community, and I'd like your input. Like, not literally.
Like, don't give me a wedgie, but just talk about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Or.
So
And
just the
also
mere
with-
mention of the wedgie gets your.
Oh my
isn't that
God.
crazy.
I
People
will
have
put the
like
wedgie
a
tag
Google
on this.
search for wedgies.
Yeah. So speaking of that, I did a little research here. So
Your crack
another thing-
research.
Okay, so
Invented by Sir Winston Wedgie.
exactly. So I don't know. I was looking at, my analytics, like what was some of my most watched episodes, and then it got me down this rabbit hole, if you will. And but then also it got me thinking about like exclusive content. That's the other thing. So, which of course brings to mind OnlyFans. Like
Yeah.
that's like the only thing I ever knew. But then there's all kinds of other things. I kept seeing all these creators online recently talking about Substack. Have you heard
Yeah,
that
yeah.
term?
That's where people write like it's like a blog thing, right? Or they can post
Well,
pictures or
it, yeah. So I thought it was just a blog. Like a couple ones that I follow, like the Midas Touch and Under the Desk News. They'll always like, what?
I never heard of all those.
it's just we're talking
Under
about
the desk.
fetishes, and you're like the
Oh,
Midas
yeah.
touch
Hey,
under the
okay.
desk news.
I know. I was like looking under. Like,
I
Upskirt
didn't
cinema.
that's what I thought
God,
you meant by that, actually.
My apologies to
That-
Midas Touch and Under the Desk.
Midas Touch.
No, Fitz, have you not or you both, Chris and Fitz, Under the Desk News is like this. She has millions of followers, and she's
Oh yeah, no,
lives
I've
in
heard. Of her. I've
Rochester.
heard- Yeah, yeah,
The-
yeah. She's awesome.
Oh, in Rochester, she
Yep.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
I think Spahar is how her last name is pronounced, but she's fantastic. Look her up, Under the Desk News. She breaks down news very so you can understand it. The Midas Touch is the same way. It's a little more left leaning. It's spelled Meidas. Because the guy is like my something, I don't know, it's a play on his last name, I guess. But they're the one that their podcast just unseated Joe Rogan
Really?
as the number one. Yeah, it's crazy if you look it up.
Anybody
So
needs to unseat that dork.
well, I mean, he's just no matter what your politics
I used to
are,
like him. I used to like him back in the day, but he got too
never
freaking
liked him.
ridiculous.
I've never
Early
liked him.
on, I liked him. Early on, when he used to have like biohackers and like it was cool stuff early on. I'm talking like 2007,
I know.
8,
10 years ago. Yeah. I
And
mean,
then he started
I just
getting
always,
freaky.
I never liked him because he was just kind of a dude bro
Yeah.
comedian, which is not my thing. But now he's even.
Ooh.
Anyway, let's not
no.
give him another moment.
right.
of
Back to
time,
the Midas
shall we?
touch.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, okay, so before we talk about fetishes, so I was trying to figure out like, what if I do some paid content? You know what I mean? Like, exclusive stuff. Like I tried
Like a
Patreon.
subscription based thing. Yeah.
Right. Whereas, like, if you become my, for like a nominal fee, $4.99 a month, you'll get exclusive content that you don't get on here.
Right.
So let me know if anybody would be
What are you going to show?
we tried-
amenable.
We tried that.
Amenable, yeah.
When one of my podcasts, we tried it. It's on this platform called Supercast, which is like a podcast platform, but it allows you to have paid subscribers. And we realized how much extra work it was to do.
Right.
And we didn't have the following yet to make it worth our while, so it's like kind of on hold. But
Yeah.
it's a lot of work to do
So,
that. But
I-
if you do it right,
Right. So I've
penny.
tried different paid things and nobody wants my shit. So but could you please help out an old lady who's about to turn 60 and I don't have any retirement. So if you could please subscribe to some stuff. So
are you
I
still on
can-
Spreaker? Do you still post on Spreaker?
I am on Spreaker.
Have you done the supporters club yet?
I have and not gotten any bites. So please subscribe to that. I don't know. I don't qualify for YouTube anything yet. And I tried Patreon. and that never took off. But like I never really. It's been a few years since I've even tried. So I was thinking, like, because sometimes I really censor myself a lot because I don't want to turn off too many people. Because I can just be as filthy as the day is long.
That's what I love about you.
Thank you.
Brown chicken, brown cow. Right.
So I was thinking, okay, maybe that's how I do that. Maybe if I stay like, PG R rated and then I go to like filthomatic mode on, yeah. So I looked
Filthomatic.
and Substack, I don't shit, I forgot to write down the notes now. Substack, you can't do nudity, which I'm not doing nudity. Of nobody wants to see that shit. Unless you do, let me know down in the comments. Does anybody?
Hey,
Unless you do.
let me just tell you, there's an audience. You got to find them.
I'm sure.
They might not necessarily know how to clickety click to get you, but they're there.
Exactly. A 59-year-old woman who still has, I'm still got shit north of the border. It hasn't, gone down below the Mason-Dixon line yet. So,
Gravity has not taken hold. 100%.
exactly. Just ask John. I don't use these for swiffering yet. So, bend
Over
over
the
and
Nice
clean the
bananas.
floor. Oh,
like a continental soldier.
exactly. Throw them over your shoulder.
Over the shoulder boulder holder.
Exactly.
gosh.
So I'm like, okay, so maybe if that why am I pointing to my boobs?
So, that or
I
these.
say breast is my boobs. So I don't know.
So what do you think about like a fetish that doesn't show nudity? So like
Wait.
wedgies could potentially, but feet don't.
Okay, we'll
Right?
get to fetishes in just a second.
Yeah.
I want to quick finish the like paid content thing. So so Patreon actually has an 18 plus feature. OnlyFans, it's of course used mostly for porn, but did you know that it is also used by people who don't do like nudity
Really?
and porn? They said
Interesting.
mostly by chefs, fitness trainers, and musicians. So I know I go to OnlyFans to find the latest in hot trending music. What about you? No,
That's where I get
don't.
all my
So-
recipes. Yeah.
Exactly. So again, in the comments, like one, I want to know what you use OnlyFans for. I mean, if anybody actually does use it for anything other than nudity, or like if
That
you
can't
think
be
it's
right.
I didn't know that. I thought that was its platform. Was like a
right.
homemade porn site
Exactly.
or
So
hosting.
but so excuse me. So that was a thing I found that most of these things, the paid private exclusive content is nudity for a lot of stuff. But I don't know. I guess some people do use it for other things like Substack. Has anybody here gotten a lot of subscriptions for Substack? I want to know, or Patreon or whatever. But also, quickly, before we get to fetishes, I just wanted to say I looked up who are the most popular people on OnlyFans. Do you know who is the most popular? She has the most followers on OnlyFans. Tell me if you remember who this is. Black China.
Oh, yes. I know who she is. She was somebody's girlfriend. One of the
She was
Kardashians'
Rob
girlfriends. Yeah.
Kardashian. She's his
Yeah.
baby mama. And
And she does
I
OnlyFans?
see, she's got 16 million followers.
At
But I've also
$4.99 a
heard-
month?
19.99
Oh,
a month
nine-
this
oh.
girl gets.
That's crazy.
And then there's Bella Thorne. She was a freaking Disney.
Bella Thorne, really?
Yes.
She was actually one of the pioneers. I remember, not pioneers, but I remember when she announced that, and everybody was all like, "What?" Yeah, because she was
Yeah,
in.
exactly.
I
Oh,
remember
they
her
went
as a
ape
child
shit.
actor, so it's kind of weird.
That's why as soon as she hit 18, it's
It's
like,
like
here's my
it's like
boobs.
the Olsen twins. It's like, oh, I
Yeah.
don't care if they're in their mid to late 20s now. They're still little
Yes.
trolls to me.
So like also I was following this woman on TikTok girl. She's like my kid's age in her 20s. Ava Louise. And if you she has a really interesting story. It's she on TikTok she has done this episode or not episode this several part series thing called My Lore, and she's like gone on about her whole sordid history. She's the girl that licked the toilet seat during
Oh,
COVID.
oh
Yeah.
God.
It yeah, anyway, look at this girl. She talks about she does OnlyFans a lot. There's several like they make like
You know what's
millions of
funny?
dollars a year. What?
I have a client, and she's really proud of her daughter. Her daughter is out in L.A. She does music, but her daughter also. I looked up her daughter on Instagram, and I was like, oh, she's a cute girl. She kind of reminds me of Sydney Sweeney, the actress. She's got that kind of look to her. Very pretty girl. I don't know how good she is at music. To me, it's just mediocre pop, whatever. But I'm a 52-year-old guy, white guy. I don't have good taste in music. I can tell you that right now. But
It's a different.
I was
take.
surprised to go. She has a holy. Does her mom know that she has an OnlyFans? Like,
I'm
she
sure
has to know
does.
if I found it. But like, how does that? Like, what it? I don't know. Like,
Well,
I would be like, yeah, don't
and
no.
so that's maybe she has
But
recipes.
But
That's what I
she's
was
got
going to say.
recipes, all right.
Yeah. Oh, did
Well,
you
that's
did
what
you
I wanna
investigate?
know.
Talk about bum cakes. My girl's got them.
Oh my goodness.
No, I don't.
That's Spinal Tap.
Thank you. Very good. Well done.
Thank you. So that's what I want to know though. Like I don't want to know enough to pay to see what exactly they're showing on OnlyFans. Like, is this like, artistic like Playboy spread, or is it just all like,
Real spread. Yeah.
real spread? Like
The eagle kind.
OBGYN textbook spread. Somebody tell me. I mean, I am
And there's
so
no way to
curious.
know, right? Until you
Unless I paid
Yeah.
money.
Maybe
which
they should just have it where you could just stick a coin in the slot and you just get like a 3-second. Can we just see what's going on?
I had that idea. Actually, I'm like, can you just put? It's like putting the coins
5
in the
cents.
peep show.
Yeah,
or
and you
the-
just
or
like open the thing for
vibrating
like,
bed.
5 seconds so I can see what the heck's going on. Yeah.
And usually
Right.
they're sitting there. They're usually sitting on a bed, and they're talking to because they can talk to the fans. Like, people can text. Like, this is
Yeah.
I saw clips of people on OnlyFans, and they're all like, "Oh, hey, honey, yeah, no, I'm just," and they just carry on conversations with their followers, and they have regular followers that are on all the time.
So is there like a
like a
live-
morning show's,
Just-
regular listeners, first time, long time. They're always, oh, look, Johnny's back on. Hey, Johnny, how's the wife?
Well, that's
weird.
like who? Well, I was reading. I do a lot of reading, but you also kind of talk. Well, no, you were on a dating. You were on that quest line or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But like, there. Remember the old
The 90s.
sex phone line, whatever, and they
The
try.
Oh,
And,
the
900
chat,
numbers,
like
the
chat
900.
line.
yeah,
the
they
900
try and
numbers?
keep you on. Sorry, I got a little bit of
750 a minute.
Yeah, and I was
Good thing I only
reading an
need 30
article
seconds.
about this woman that used to do it, and it was like the longer that you could keep the guy on, you got
Yeah.
bonuses or more money or whatever.
Right.
So I wonder if this is the same thing. But
Oh, it could be.
back-
That's a good point.
right. So back to the
Bring
fetish
'em along.
thing, to tie in the fetish thing, like, is there are they bringing them into OnlyFans by like mostly fetishes or just like sex in general? I mean, I guess it depends on the girl. I mean, I guess you have
Yeah, I
if you
don't.
got a favorite girl
I don't know.
or guy.
I've only
I don't know.
just. I only thought that they were just like it's a live stream where they're sitting in their room and they're doing naughty stuff naked, and people can watch.
This, I think
I mean, there could be
OnlyFans,
fetishy.
yeah, but I think OnlyFans is like you get their latest video or something. I don't know. Who knows? Somebody know? Tell me down in the comments what the hell it is all about.
I do
And
think
I'm
there's a
guessing-
live stream aspect to it.
aspect.
Because there's videos
Yeah,
on
there's
there,
gotta
there's
be.
photos, and then there's also, because you see them, it says, check out my lives on OnlyFans.
How do you know, Fitz?
Because I see them on Instagram all the time.
Give a shit. I don't shame anybody. I don't fetish shame or kink shame.
I like the womanly figure, okay?
It's quite all right. I have been known to watch some stuff. And I'm sure on OnlyFans they even have like gay men, but then again, gay men probably just give it up for free all the time. You don't have to pay anybody else.
Damn gay men.
I mean, at least all the gay men I know.
All right.
Most of the gay men that I know are very savvy entrepreneurs, so I'm sure they
That's
figured out a way to
right.
squeeze a dollar out
That's
of that,
right. Yeah, right.
so to speak.
They got
They're
shit to
giving
pay
it away.
for.
They're giving it
They
away in
got
the
throw
bathrooms,
pillows to
right,
buy,
Chris?
guys.
Don't tell me.
They got to
Tell me.
accessorize.
Don't go in. Don't go into the bathroom after midnight at the pub. No. I'm kidding.
Oh God. Oh, my
Anyway,
gosh.
okay, back to fetish talk. So
Did we leave?
it's back to the wedgies and feet thing. I did a little research. Which what are some of the most so here's this. It's nowpatient.com. I just Googled what are the most Googled fetishes on the internet. And it's nowpatient.com. I don't even know what that is, but so this is a whole breakdown of we've taken a deep dive into how the US is researching not researching. They're searching for fetishes, kinks. So masochism is the most Googled fetish nationwide
God.
with
Now,
oh
is that when you beat people up or when you beat yourself up?
I don't know.
that's when
What's
you do
the
it
difference
yourself,
between
right?
sadomasochism and
Yeah, so sadist is when you derive pleasure from hurting someone else, right?
oh, is that it?
And then masochist is who
You like
Hurting
pain.
you
yourself?
pain
Oh,
yourself.
liking
either-
pain. Oh,
yeah.
Get off
you
on
know.
pain.
yeah.
Nipple
So you want to get
clamps
whipped or
and all
beaten
that.
or something or
Yeah.
pinched or
No.
So I'm sorry, and
Wedgied.
this is from April 2020 to April 2021. So, and in that time period, there's a whole
People
shitload
were
of
getting freaky. People were getting
Googling
freaky.
going on because there was nothing else going on.
One hand Googlers.
oh, jeez.
Exactly. The next. Wait a minute. So that's the most Googled fetish nationwide. Americans search for foot worship 40,000 times per month on average.
Foot worship.
Golden Shower saw the biggest spike in search volume in August of 2020.
Where do Cleveland Steamers land on that list?
Oh,
Well,
oh.
let's
Rusty
take a look, shall we?
trombones or,
Okay, Fitz, I might need
Dirty
you
Sanchez.
to. You know what? This wedgie isn't even on this list unless it's under.
It didn't make the
something.
list, huh?
Hit next.
Fitz, I might need you to Google some of these. Do you have the do
You
have
got your AOL fired up?
Yeah,
Hold on. Let me crank up my Earthlink.
yeah. You got the Google webs and the.
Open your web pages.
What do you want me
Yeah.
to Google?
All right. So wait, hey, hang on a second.
I'm gonna go
Okay,
incognito.
so
Yeah, right? Jeez.
I'll tell you when I want
It's going to be
you
a knock at the door.
Okay, so this was talking about
At the ready.
this was the highest volume of searches for 2020 to 2021. So number 1 was masochism, 2 voyeurism, 3 corsetry. I can
Corsetry.
imagine.
Were they
that's
wearing
just-
corsets?
Getting tied,
Must be. I'm guessing.
bound. I think it's being bound or something, yeah.
No, because bondage is number
That's
7.
bondage.
Oh, jeepers.
Number 4 is sadism. 5 is face sitting. 6. Here's one I don't know. Sounding.
Oh, I know what that is.
Sounding.
Do you know what that is?
I don't.
They stick a metal rod in your pee-pee and
It is
bang
not.
on it. Ding on
come
it. Ding on it.
on.
Like hit it with another metal rod so it vibrates.
Are you serious?
That
Yeah,
hurts.
sure.
Just the thought of that hurts. I don't want to.
They may do it with not just pee-pee, but probably for males and females. It's like a sounding rod. It's a
Yeah.
vibrating.
like a tuning fork.
Yes.
Yeah,
You can
exactly. That's
tune a piano, but you can't tune a
a fork?
God,
fish.
I want you to tuning fork me. Oh,
It's better than a carving fork, I would assume.
you probably need spit to do the tuning fork. Sounding bondage. 8 is a cunning linguist. 9 degradation.
Degradation.
Don't
You
you get
suck.
enough of
Oh,
that
tell
on
me
the
again.
daily basis? For
I
God's
got
sake.
that all during my marriage. That was fine. No, it wasn't fine.
You could have
10.
been making money.
Exactly. 10 is joy or JOI or joie. I don't.
Join me.
JOI.
Jock.
11 is foot fetish. 12 is edging.
Just the edge.
Is that like taking
Just to see how it
somebody to
feels.
the edge?
Yes, that's it.
Yes. And
Okay.
then you
Then you go,
kind of like
kidding.
teasing 'em.
See ya. Gotta go.
Yeah.
13 is chastity.
That's that's like locking people up, locking up their private parts.
Like the chastity belt. Like
Yeah.
The
Yep.
medieval. Weird.
14 is cupping.
Like Bono.
Christopher?
Well, I didn't hear what you said.
Cupping.
Cupping.
Like on your back? Like
Like what you can go to the masseuse, and they do the
that's what I
cupping
was
things.
wondering. The cupping on your back where
Right. But
Or,
I don't
or you're
think
talking about
that's-
cupping the balls.
Oh.
Talking about cupping
Or
the
Or
balls.
cupping.
like cup of soup?
Italian
Cup of
wedding?
chowder?
Nothing gets me off like cup of soup.
Oodles and noodles and noodles. Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh my God. I got you oodles and noodles right here. So cupping, do we know?
I don't know what
is
cupping
that?
is.
I wonder if that's
Google
You
the
it?
better
thing
Google
where
cupping quick.
They put it on and they put a vacuum and it like
I don't understand that. That looks terrible.
I don't either.
It's electroluxing.
Exhibitionism. Electroluxing. Strap on. Yeah, we know. Oh, here's one. Omarashi.
So cupping actually.
That sounds Asian or something, maybe. What
I
is
think
cupping?
it's a Pokemon card.
It's well, it
Omarashi.
keeps coming up as a therapeutic technique that utilizes a vacuum force created beneath a small vessel applied to the skin surface. So I guess
Yep.
they're just doing that in
And making bruising.
instead of on your back, they're doing it on your
Genitalia.
hoo-ha.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've
Never heard
seen
of it.
that one before. Accidentally.
Sounds like it would be a bruise.
Yeah. So what's the Omarashi? Omorashii.
Omarashi. You get it with a side of rice.
And an egg roll.
Oh, that's to wet oneself.
Ew.
I've heard of that.
Oh, and there's a whole
Predominantly
diaper thing too,
recognized in
isn't there?
Japan, in which a person experiences arousal from the idea or feeling of having a full bladder and potentially wetting themselves.
Yeah, I've heard of that one
I get the
before.
opposite.
I was going to say,
Full bladder does not.
especially on a
not
bumpy
lend
road.
itself-
No, thank you. Exactly. Then there's dirty talking, and then
Something else. Oh, not that.
Fisting?
Power to
Yeah.
the people?
yeah.
I like watching middle-aged women do taxes. Do their tax returns.
The last one is Yoni. Yoni egg. Isn't that like ceramic egg? They
I
women
don't know. Eggs
insert.
are too expensive for that.
You gotta hard boil them first.
Yoni egg is an egg-shaped gemstone that's inserted into the vagina to
Yep.
strengthen pelvic floor muscles.
Oh,
Yep.
interesting.
Vagina.
And that's a
How
fetish,
is
huh?
it?
Because you got to squeeze it. Try to crack the egg.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Now,
Squeeze it good.
I mean, that's probably akin to the ladies and with that used to shoot out the ping pong balls.
Oh my gosh. Back in the day.
I have
Back in
heard
my day.
my friends and a certain person very close to me that were former Marines
Oh.
who have been to exotic places like the Philippines
Thailand.
and
I know they did that in
Thailand
Thailand.
and Mexico and certain
Bang.
places where
Cock.
there's a lot of like sex tourism. They have some really kooky,
Kooky stuff.
strange.
Yeah.
I don't know whoever came up with some of
Fetishes
these.
and-
Yeah, and shows. You know,
Oh,
the
jeepers.
donkey show and all that.
Oh.
You know, this is a great episode today.
Aw.
isn't
The
it?
donkey show.
This should all be behind a paywall today.
Yeah.
So
Some
here's a
kind of wall.
funny thing. Here's the places that fetishes and kinks are the most Googled
Oh, it's
or
the South.
most searches.
Mississippi.
Take one guess.
New York City.
Washington, D.C.
LA.
Bingo, DC.
Oh,
Ah,
DC.
a bunch of freaking freak
All
politicians.
fetishes and kinks searches per 10,000 people, 1,724. Where's my strap?
900 of them from the
From the
Supreme
government.
Court
Right,
building.
right.
Hell yeah.
Well, we
So-
got to look it up and see what they're talking about if we're going to rule on this case.
Yeah. Or
Right.
thou doth protest too much, I say. So DC is one, California second. We're number 3, New York.
I mean, if you think about population, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
No, it's per capita. You know what I mean? So
No.
it's
I don't know what
you
per
don't know
capita
how per
means.
capita works.
I don't.
It's the same segment of the same amount of people. It's the percentage of
It's
those
a
people.
percentage, yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah.
what Chris said.
Yeah.
So then New Jersey, the state of Washington, Massachusetts, woo! Maryland, Virginia, Illinois, and Connecticut. Better not be my daughters. DC is the kinkiest state, having made the most search. Well, I went over that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, guess who's the most vanilla state? With people from here searching for our 20 terms of the least.
Michigan? No.
Arizona.
MISSISSIPPI.
Mississippi?
Oh, but they don't have the intranets down there, so that's
They're
probably
the
why.
They're the most vanilla?
They use flashcards.
Right. Flashcards.
They're the most backwards.
Flashcards.
Oh,
That's hysterical.
yeah. So that was that one. So feet appear. That Wedgie wasn't even on that list.
And Wedgie's not on any of those. That's crazy.
No.
You know it's a fetish when it doesn't even make a list. There's
Right.
Right.
Where they're
it's
like,
so underground.
because you know what it is. If you told somebody that was your fetish, they'd be like, "What?"
So
How's that
here's
even a
another
thing?
one. Like, yeah, I couldn't. There wasn't much I found on Wedgie. Like, but I get it. I get it. Everybody's got their thing. I'm not like shaming or not kink shaming, as the kids say. But like in my not anymore. Now that I'm old and crusty. I don't get approached anymore. But like. Like 15 years ago and beyond, I used to get like accosted on the internet all the time, on my MySpace page, or when I was on like Yahoo
It
personals
wasn't
and all
Tom.
that stuff.
He's a nice guy.
Oh, we loved Tom. Hey, wonder what happened to him. So I used to get like approached all the time. And I remember like Wedgie though was one that has never ever
Yeah,
come
that's not
up.
on my radar at all.
And I personally cannot stand wearing a thong
Yeah, me either.
of any sort. Of any, like when we were in Key Largo on vacation a few weeks ago, and like all these, like every woman except me was wearing a thong bathing suit,
Yeah,
and
that it doesn't
it's
seem
just
comfy.
it's not to me. It's making me pucker right now thinking about it. It's just like I don't want anything rubbing on that or like in the middle. It's like I just
Well, don't you try to pick a wedgie usually to get it out
yes,
of
I
there
was just
instead
gonna
of?
say
You just
I
sit
wanted
there.
would want to pick it out all the time and like I can't stand a thong. I can't stand wedgies. Sorry, wedgie people. So don't ever ask me to participate or do one. I don't want. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to. But anyway, that's your
It
thing.
does seem
So
uncomfortable. But is
yeah,
it giving a? It's not just a wedgie, right? I'm assuming. I mean, I don't know anything about this, but it is. It
I
seems like
asked.
it's the giving the like going up behind somebody and
I
giving
asked
them
these
the.
Is it the
people
person who gives the wedgie, or is it the receiver of said wedgie?
all of the above.
Oh, it's both.
Takes
All
two.
of the above. It's a
You're
back
about-
wedgie,
Takes
a
two to
front
wedgie.
wedgie,
Oh,
a giving, a
Oh,
receiving.
didn't even
Yeah,
consider
you
the
everything.
name
front
it.
wedgie.
The whole thing.
Oh yeah, I heard that's.
Isn't that called a Melvin?
That would hurt.
Like
Is it?
Craig Melvin.
Like I don't know about you, but I think a man receiving a front wedgie would hurt less than a woman.
As long as it's as long as you're dividing and conquering. Yeah.
I don't know. If you look at a lot of the 1970s and 80s rock bands, they all
That's
had
right. They all
front
had them.
wedgies.
Yeah. And all
Yeah.
the Gibb brothers.
Dudes, yeah, they all had
Yes,
camel
they
toe, and it's
did.
like that
Yeah.
does not look. No wonder I was like,
Right.
That's how they sang that way. Is there a different word for a male camel toe?
It's a
Moose knuckle.
Moose knuckle. Yeah. It is. Yeah.
I thought that was just a large person, large gal.
Moose knuckle. Schnuckle. I thought it was a moose knuckle too.
Scrotum splitter. Sorry.
it has something to do with alpaca, but I don't.
Alpaca. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So I got another one. This
Alpaca ankle. Doesn't make any sense, but it has the alliteration, so we're good.
are we gonna
Camel
go back to
toe,
talking about
alpaca
bursa
ankle.
sacs on my toes?
Bursa.
Someday I'm gonna show you.
Sacagawea. That's
in
what
my
Reese
downtime,
calls it.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'm gonna take a picture of the scar from my bursa sac surgery on my toe, and you're gonna be sorry.
You better
fellas.
show it on this and charge. That's what you should do.
Yeah.
Want to see my
Bursa
scar? There's
cologne.
probably one
Yeah.
for scars too. I bet that's a fetish. Scars.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's
think-
like
I think I told this story the last time we talked about fetishes. Do you remember me talking about the caster?
Like a castor bean.
No, like the guy who really liked chicks and casts.
Oh.
We used to
no.
do the cheerleading videos, like I mean, these are young girls too, so it's really kind of twisted. But whenever
I don't know if I
there
want
was
to hear any more about this. Fitz.
whenever there was a girl out on the mat who had a cast, this one dude always bought those DVDs. And everyone used to call him the caster because he liked videos with girls with casts.
why are you selling cheerleading videos?
I wasn't
In the
doing
first-
it. Don't look at me.
Oh, like videos of the competition. Is
Yeah,
that
it
what
was
you're saying?
cheerleading
I
competition.
see.
So we would, people would buy it online. They would buy these videos, and after a while, they realized that this one guy was buying these videos, and somebody put it together that it was a guy who.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Only when people are in casts.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
God.
But I think
All right.
fetishes are. That's what they're meant for, right? To not It's not for everybody. It's just.
Right.
Right.
It's niche.
I've always wanted to like read psychological studies about fetishes and to kind of see where
I bet you
they
that
come
in and
from.
itself is a fetish.
You just get way too complicated. Well, I'll try and go through the rest of this quickly. Never mind, there was a joke there. Look, go to my private thing to hear my dirty joke. Oh no, Caster. I had a thing. One of my episodes was talking about Cast, the woman. She used to call her. They used to call her like Caster, Plaster, something or other. She used to make casts of rock stars' penises.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
yeah, yeah.
Cynthia or something was her name. Cynthia Caster Plaster Blaster something or other. Yeah, I that was on my one of my episodes. I had just read.
One of those R words.
Just read about her, and yeah, she had a whole collection of like Jimmy Robert Plant and Jimmy. Anyway, okay. Here's another strange.
Little
Just
Richard.
Little Richard. Didn't take as much plaster for
can't
him.
seem to find. Oh, this is from Mashable.com. This is from February 2025. Excuse me. And this is a map of the United States, and it talks about and it shows state by state what their most like searched fetish is. And oh, real quick, going back to this made me think of when I was talking about being accosted online about guys that wanted to like not what do you call them, we live out their fetish. They're like, oh, are you into this? No. And this one guy, he used to pop up all the time, no pun
So to
intended,
speak.
so to speak. He's saying that he wanted to pay me, and this is I was probably like 35, and he wanted to pay me to like just randomly meet in like Target, and he wanted me to wear like pantyhose and whatever and a skirt and whatever, and he wanted to like come up, I guess, like upskirt camera
Oh, yeah.
video or
Interesting.
touch my
And
leg.
let you
I
do
don't
it
know. He
like
used
in
to say
public.
weird, yeah. And I was like, no, thanks.
I want to go and I want to meet you at Target and I want you to buy me a pair of socks. And then I want you to return the socks. Oh my God.
I want you to meet me at Target and buy me a Tombstone pepperoni pizza, because that's the only place where I can find those anymore.
Oh my gosh.
And I kind of love those. So get me a Tombstone pepperoni pizza.
What do you want on your tombstone?
I forgot that was
Yeah, that was their ad.
What do
Yeah.
you want on your tombstone?
Right.
Pepperoni?
What do you want on your
Feet?
Yeah. I want
Feet
your
pizza?
chin on my tombstone. Wait, what?
Oh.
No, sorry. Anyway, I'm just gonna go through these real quick
Shit got
because then
weird.
I gotta
I know,
go. I got
jeez.
places to be.
She's got a country club to go to.
Yeah, I do, as a matter of fact. These were most searchable by state, but some of this shit I never even heard of. There are like the normal ones, there was uh biting, chastity, diaper, ebony. Oh, who like ebony? You know who was most interested
An
in that?
ivory.
No, no ivory. All the ivories want the ebony in West Virginia.
Oh, in West
Um,
Virginia.
there was one called though Vor, VORE, and apparently that is what got Army Hammer in trouble.
Oh. Oh boy.
Where you love the idea of either being consumed by someone or consuming someone.
Oh.
Like a carnivore. Yeah, that's what that means.
Oh.
So apparently that's a
This when he
thing.
says eat me, he means it.
Hello, hey, thank you,
Yikes.
and good night. And then there was another one. Oh, Wedgie is on this one.
Oh, is it?
Apparently, Wedgie is big in South Dakota. That is their number
Oh
one
my goodness.
searched
Sense.
fetish.
That makes sense.
Oh
you ever been to
God,
South
Oregon!
Dakota?
You people are freaky. The number one in Oregon is enema.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it
Uh,
was Vor because of the Oregon Trail or something. We
Idaho
like
and
to eat our
Virginia.
families here.
Idaho and Virginia. I
With
thought that was the
potatoes.
Donner Party.
Yes.
The
Um,
Donner Party of one.
that's all that was left. Used to be a Donner Party of 12. Um, well, it used to be a baker's dozen. Thank you. And so then fart is the number one in Idaho
Oh,
and Virginia. Here's one I don't understand. Smother box. I'm guessing that's just a Dutch oven, probably. Uh,
either that or is that like actually smothering like asphyxiation? I wonder.
it
Oh
says
boy.
smother box.
Oh,
So my guess
yeah.
is
Yeah,
like a
probably
Dutch
Dutch oven.
oven.
Yeah.
Then there's latex balloon. People in Utah like balloons. I don't know, a lot of that Mormon
Luft
shit going on.
balloons.
Nana and her Luft
Yes.
balloon. They're 99 Luft balloons. She's a big hit in Utah. Uh, breast expansion. I looked that one up. That's basically just like being fascinated by just like mammoth
Or like pumping it full of like saline or
bazongas.
something or
No, just like
Oh,
there's
just
women with freakishly large, and they
yeah.
like crush cans and shit with them. Uh, and there's diaper,
Ugh.
basic ball busting. I don't.
Oh, that's kicking people in the
Oh, is that what that is?
Can you
Connecticut and
imagine?
Illinois. No,
No.
I cannot. On so many levels, I cannot. Tickling. That one just creeps me out.
Uh,
Tickling?
That
Yeah.
cre that
Like especially if
anyone
a
who's
clown did
ever,
it.
yeah, that's like a double
That'd be
whammy.
double whammy. Although I'm sure that's
Like
probably a fetish.
I recently I had a guy over the summer who thought he was being funny cute, but he was also saying he's like, here comes the tickle monster. Swear to God, I almost unleashed a right hook in the
I
guy
woulda. I
on
would have
in his
punched him right in
face.
the
Just
choppers.
that was just my gut reaction is like that is so creepy. Pedal, that's one I don't.
Like pedophile? Where they
Yeah,
do it on a
pedal,
bike?
Pedal.
Oh,
I'm guessing that's big in
oh,
Alabama. Who the fuck knows what that is?
pedal sounds
Hog
like
tying.
do with your
pedo,
cousin,
probably, right?
Yeah, and let me just hog tying type, no type tape CPR. That's big in Wyoming. Wedgie wrestling, socks, sissy. Oh, I wonder if that's like being a sissy. I sure hope it's not doing your sissy.
I bet it's men dressing
Well,
up as, being.
I know that the like the number one thing on what is it? Is it you porn or what is it? What are the
Yeah.
where the stepsister, stepbrother, stepson, stepmother
Oh
thing?
yes, you
That's
porn
really big.
Pornhub. Yeah,
Yeah,
I read
Pornhub,
that.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's well, those two are
Daddy's out
interchangeable.
of town, and your
My
stepmommy's horny.
or like my stepmom taught me how to.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Oh,
that's
please.
just gross. I mean, that's like I
poach
think
eggs.
that is just an excuse to be the next thing next to incest, which so that grosses me out, and I don't know. That's
Why
just
go
gross.
across town when you can go across the hall?
Oh, jeepers.
Wasn't that book Flowers in the Attic about that?
Oh, was it?
Or Secret Garden?
They were locked
or
in the.
some.
Wasn't Flowers in the
Yeah.
Attic where she was locked in the attic? But I didn't. I thought.
I don't remember
I
that
don't
being
know.
about
That was
incest.
one of those things that I swear everybody was reading in like junior high that it was about like a secret romance on incest between a brother and sister. I
I
don't know.
remember Ted
Again, in the
Danson was in a
comments.
movie, was in a TV movie about it was called like The Truth About Amelia, and
Oh.
he was the father that was
Yes,
molesting
I
his
Okay,
remember
daughter.
that.
I've had enough of this. So I can't even. Let me tell you the last strange fetish before we go that I didn't know. I saw it earlier and I looked it up beforehand. Giantess.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Giantess. It
Like
is.
big bitches.
Call them big bitches.
Big ladies.
Large. It is. Oh man, did I get rid of it?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well-
it's about. It's basically about being dominated by an extraordinarily large, like giant woman. You know the
Really?
idea. Yeah, like some Gulliver's Travel shit.
Tie you down.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I guess it's like that Amazonian woman.
That's
I'd
I
never
mean, I guess
heard
it's
of
gotta
that.
be a really
How do you find
difficult
such big
fetish
women?
to-
Unless you're just like a really little guy, maybe.
What'd you say, Fitz?
I was like, that's got to be a really, really difficult fetish to find to like
Right.
I mean, it's gotta
accomplish.
be like
That's got to be
a bit
fantasy.
of pretending. Like, I mean, it's like
Here,
the
honey,
guy
where are these
is.
stilts?
Is on his
Like, and
knees
the-
or something.
Yeah, and the
maybe.
woman's like standing on the bed or something, or
She's got
or
those
maybe
two
she
little
is-
bottles of liquor in her hands.
Yeah,
so
those
it looks
tiny
like
little-
they're huge. Like she's big.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
That's
so
funny.
Hell of a
yeah,
ride, Madge. Thanks for that.
Yeah,
Wow. You've taken us down a lot of paths.
I have. Some you wanted, some you
Some you-
absolutely did not.
I feel
but yeah.
educated because I didn't know
Comment.
about some of those.
Yes, let us know in the comments down below. What's your favorite fetish?
Or
Let's
if we
see how
missed
many-
one,
Let's see.
Oh, they're going to tell you.
Oh, they will.
Yeah.
Right,
And then you know what
fetish?
we should
Right.
do is we got to hear some of their comments in the next.
Oh, we will. We
Yeah.
will.
Yeah, we got to
So,
go over some of them. Yeah.
Let me know if I should do some, like paid. Like, I don't know. Do you think like anybody would like pay
Like
to hear
After
my
Dark, like
extra
Madge
dirty-
After Dark.
Yes.
Yes.
Madge After Dark. Here's to hear my excessively lewd jokes.
You got
Yeah.
them. Yeah. No, I think that's a great idea.
I
After
because
Dark.
Chris, we've spent a lot of time in bars. Both of us.
I think,
Both of us have been known.
and you're funny as hell. I think you have to keep
Oh,
you keep
thank
it all. Yeah. I think you could
I
really do a.
I self-center.
Yeah.
center.
Well, you have to because
Self-censor.
this is for the
so
children.
much. It is. Wu-Tang is for the children. Not fetishes.
Oh no. No, but you keep it PG.
And you keep it all inside.
Right.
Twyla.
Twyla?
Oh my God, don't
Fussy,
you
fussy,
love
fussy.
that?
Martha Graham. Anyway, okay. This has been new movie quotes for 400, Alex. So, yeah, let us know what you think of fetishes. I'm truly fascinated by it. I'm truly fascinated what makes anybody interested in anything, is like a lifelong thing.
Yeah. There's something, a catalyst for it for
Yeah,
sure.
Somewhere,
I
Yes.
mean,
something in their childhood.
something
like
Yes,
like that
something
weird
happened.
fucking sickening book has stuck
Like
with
that,
me.
yes. Which could be like something that would set somebody off on
Right.
or meeting a gay person when you're young. Could ruin your whole life. You know what I think would be fun is if people sort of tell you their story and what was their, what created that,
think-
or if they know, like what created
Right.
that
I
sense
would
of
like-
oh,
I
because
would
the
like
first
to know
time they
that. I
saw Aunt Mary in stockings or something, or like
Yeah. No, I've heard of that. I've heard stuff like that. It was like they accidentally walked in on their aunt as she was changing, and from that point on, they had some weird like brassiere fetish or something.
yeah,
Maybe
So-
more, because I have read some things about, people, like a child, just something just triggered an arousal, and then it stuck with them. Like, I can't say that I honestly don't have any like fetishes or anything or any special certain something. I
Yeah,
feel kind of like left out.
kind of vanilla.
I'm pretty boring.
Yeah, I'm pretty vanilla.
I just like to have sex.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
you know.
But that seems
I-
normal.
If I
I
can
am
recall.
As long as
some
it's
of your-
normal sex.
Can't really recall.
Yeah. I
If you could remember back
Yeah. Back in the,
to when you were a teenager.
look again. I go on and get you some whatever you like, as long as it's
Right.
not
Yes.
like
hurt
illegal or
somebody else.
immoral.
Yeah,
or
right. That's the.
hurting
No.
somebody or I don't
What
know.
exactly is immoral anyway? I mean,
Well,
depends on who you ask.
against someone
Oh,
who
yeah.
doesn't
Oh, yeah.
consent,
Right.
someone
Right.
who's not of age,
Right.
you know. I
Which-
don't know. Or if it's something that can cause like also something that can cause like disease or sickness or something, like I don't know why anyone would want to eat like
Ugh.
doo-doo.
Oh,
I know.
I don't think anybody does.
I
people,
like women that are infected with Ebola.
Ebola. Well, measles and mumps are coming back, so we're going to be.
yeah.
We can deal with that.
Did
yeah.
you
Well,
see
we
that they put out I think it was in Texas, they put out a thing that said, "Don't have measles parties." Remember how people used to
You
have the
need to
chickenpox
tell-
parties?
Yes.
You know,
So that everybody
it's
get
like
it.
they're people were having measles parties. Like, it's not the same thing, idiots.
Oh my goodness gracious.
the fuck
in
is
the
wrong
herd.
with people?
Then the herd.
Oh my god. Yeah, really. And on that note, so don't so I want to hear all about your well, not really. I mean, just kind of
I
mention
think it would be. It'll be fodder.
No,
It'll be food. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be some icebreakers, conversation starters.
Yes.
I want to know. Maybe we can talk about, inquiring minds want to know.
Like me.
And the
Let us
ones that we
know.
didn't have on the list, because there are some on the list
Yeah.
that will probably.
You
Curl
know,
your toes,
and then
the
if
ones that
anybody
didn't
can
make
tell
the
me, a guy messaged me the other day on TikTok, and it was like someone who's not a friend, so it was a message request, but I could read his message, and I didn't accept it because I don't want to respond. I don't know what this meant, but he asked me if I was I'd ever been or whatever an SB.
Super
S
bitch.
as those are the initials.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it meant. I didn't
What does
want
that
to
mean? I
engage to ask him what it was, and I Googled it, and it didn't come
and it
up with
doesn't come up.
anything.
An SB.
So, it was some like older
Sub.
man. I didn't want to know. So, if anybody knows what the hell that means,
I don't know. He'll tell you.
Yeah,
You'll-
submissive.
Yeah. Oh, submissive. Oh.
Anyway, let me know. So,
Won't you?
Yeah, won't you please? So subscribe while you're here if you want to know all more about what all this shit means. Let me know too if you want to have raunchy Madge after dark special content. Let me know. That's a thing. I'll be glad to take your money. So Chris and Fitz, thank you so much as
We've
always.
been enlightened. Yes.
Yes.
I've got a whole new vernacular.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. And I hope to see you all back here next week on this episode, on the next episode, not this one, next episode of Madge Unmuted.